you share a year for some time now. We share the so political space ni mu ultimu say a year NPP abaye to ye no ma NPP edi ncho ma NDC edi nkunim no won sem abeye bebre. Now it looks like the NPPs are ready to talk now. Esan say o ma share say baby ade na kwakodru no omuntimi ntina se enye nhwe ma ye mfa asem Emma Mesha Musa. Etienne running mate Eddie Emma Dr. Muhammad Bawumia, the former vice president of the Republic of Ghana, Yera Matthew Upoku Prempe, Abibre na Bojenusu se NAPO. Mene okasei NAPO ababe bie nsembiswa abusuafo mekurano maye very shocked ane because from the look of things na chese NAPO chirema nkuku a wo mu edi ye e wa afia banimu no we de ye betima kan boldly say the government anana ADDO danko Akufo-Addo na ban na wo mo ama NPP for edi nkuku wa abato ni mu na eno ne ebusa ne se na uka abanya nya aban na ne NPP na posi da bi NPP is different and aban no different. Esan say NPP no na yi aban no de ebaye enti no aban na wo so no na chese ye kirema ensema na ye tetetete se mampani na Danko Akufo-Addo ne wo sebe ni effect na ama NPP elusu abano na pochemu se nokre na ekwan benso yenko na yenko ginchemu emfemfi na po eho.
In 2016, the issue was whether it was a horse that was problematic or the jockey, John Mahama being the jockey, the horse being the party. You have just suffered a defeat that has, I'm not sure, been suffered in recent time by any political party. Is it Dr. Bawumia who is a problem, NAPO who is a problem, or the NPP that's a problem?
People of Ghana voted, and the results of the election is not reflective of the votes of President Mahama. Because with that same vote, John Mahama lost in 2016. That same vote. In fact, in real numbers, even he decreased his number because we have added nearly 700,000 people to the register of 2016 or more. So you have to analyze it differently. Nevertheless, NPP lost. We lost both parliamentary and presidential. I can tell you, Mario, that this loss has got nothing to do with economic mismanagement.
Who should we blame if we're looking for someone to blame?
Okay, I'm getting there. If you do the diagnosis, it's got every country in the world, when people have lost elections based on economic mismanagement, they go in droves to vote for the other party.
Or abstain?
No. I'll tell you the reason for abstinence. Everywhere citizens move in droves to support the opposition, number one reason is economic. In Ghana, I'll give you an example. In the US, Donald Trump lost election. Even when he won the first time, he lost the popular vote. He won the Electoral College. This time round when he won hugely on the popular vote at the Electoral College. And the number one reason, America will tell you, they saw grocery prices going through the roof.
Economy.
America, it was economy. In Ghana, people voted or did not vote. MPP people sat there with a loose term that people understand, voter apathy. Voter apathy affected both parties, but affected NPP even more. And voter apathy, when you analyze it, my party has sent the team around, has integrated the team. They'll come up with only one answer.
Which is?
Governance issues.
This current government?
Governance issues.
Explain that, please.
See, when people in your party are fed up with the way you are governing, they decide not to go to flock to the opposition, but they don't even want to turn up to vote. So if you've cared to listen, everywhere you go, sometimes in some places, People were even at the police station who were saying they're not going to vote. It has never happened in this country. MPs were begging people who they knew. They said, no, they're not going to vote. That is not about economic intelligence. That's about a deep-seated problem the party hasn't addressed. And that is a
Party or
government issue.
government? So is it a party problem?
There's a party that begets the government. Or
Yeah.
true or
But
false?
there's someone who
True
runs
or
it,
false?
correct? But
True or false?
Yes, but when
and when
you
a
get
party begets a government, right, the leadership of the party goes to the government. Right? And I'm telling you, it's a governance issue. If it's a governance issue, it means it's the government, right?
how come you didn't notice this? Or you noticed by you?
Who says MPP didn't notice it?
Why didn't you fix it before election?
Who says we could fix it? You see, you can't.
You're going for the
imagine-
iceberg. You couldn't steer
you
yourself
can't-
away.
No, you can't imagine yourself to be a master of everything at every time. See, there are certain events that you may not be able to do anything about it, and it will hit you all over the world. It is not MPP that has suffered a crash. Look, in 1992 we had zero representation in Parliament. The country and the parties learned, because in 1992 the presidential election and the parliamentary election were two different dates. So when one party lost, they wrote the stolen verdict, and they decided that they were going to boycott Parliament. It was a party decision, right?
Yep.
Subsequently, that same party met and said that we should never have boycotted. It was better for us to go with a few seats that we would have won than to boycott. So the party changed, the country changed, and decided to fix both elections one day so that the snowball effect doesn't happen. And the snowball effect happened again in 2008, true or false? So you don't want people to do things because of a snowball effect. You want people to do things analyzing the situation around. But I can tell you, I was the vice presidential running candidate for my party. My party lost the election. I've stood on the chamber of the floor and said, so we only can apologize to our supporters and Ghanaians and sit down, do our homework well, and come back. Because it will not be the first time the party has come back.
This is a verdict on Akufo-Addo. You agree that this election was not about you and Bawumia, but rather how Akufo-Addo has governed the
In
party?
2008, when we lost, they said it was a verdict on Kufuor.
Did you agree?
Whether I agreed or not, it's not what people say. It's the people's opinion.
Do you agree now?
I'm just telling you. You are trying to say it's the verdict of Akufo-Addo. Every time, you just, even in asking the question, you said when John Mahama lost in 2016, people said it was John Mahama's fault.
I didn't say that.
said
I said the argument was about whether
Now
it
you
was a
change the
jockey.
word
No,
to
I said it was
argument, but
whether.
it's the same thing.
No, I said it was
It's
whether the
it's
jockey
this
or the
distinction
horse.
has no difference.
No, I said it was
This
whether the
distinction- jockey. Who was the jockey?
Jockey or horse.
Who
I
was
gave
the
you two
jockey?
options.
Who was the jockey?
It came from a
Who
committee.
was the jockey?
Jockey was the rider, and then the
The
horse.
rider was who?
Mahama.
Okay.
So this time around, who?
people even at 2016 questioned whether the loss was because of
rider.
Mahama or NDC as a party. Nevertheless, they lost. And that's why I'm saying that no matter who you blame, the party has lost.
But you haven't brought the Ashanti votes, though. Finally, that's my last question. They
That
said
is
you were going
the-
to bring
I
Ashanti
hope
votes.
I hope you never ask that question again, because it might provoke somebody to insult you. The whole country didn't vote. We lost 2.1 million votes. Can it be formally Ashanti? When I hear somebody say that, I feel really that I have to insult the person. That Ashanti didn't bring a vote. What does that mean? Did Volta region bring a vote? Go and check NDC votes in 2016 and 2024, or 2020 and 2024, and look at the votes. Even in Greater Accra, John Mahama lost votes, 5% votes compared to the last elections. So we should not get on that. That doesn't make sense, insulting tribes and people.
Thank you.
Because if you disagree, that people will say, oh, NDC is not helping the Voltarians. It's a slippery slope we are setting up this country. In fact, in Ashanti, 65% of the people turn up to vote. 65% of the people on the register.
Which is higher than the 60% of the general turnout.
Yes!
So the turnout is actually quite high.
The Ashanti region turnout was far. There were probably only 4 or 5 other regions that turned up higher than Ashanti. When you rate the 16 regions, probably the worst region of voter turnout was Volta region of Greater Accra. 46% or something. So please, let us not tribalize things like that.
The reason I asked that,
Let us not tribalize things like that. And to say that Baumia, the Northerner, bring the Northern votes.
did he?
I'm asking you. So you can't ask a question that doesn't make sense, in the sense that the whole country, the votes didn't come. NPP lost.
Doc, respectfully,
2020,
Doc.
NPP got 6.7 million votes. And in 2024, NPP dropped their vote to 4.5. That is shared around the whole country. That 2.1 million loss is shared around the whole country. Ashanti region being probably at that time the most populous region for vote. But people also should understand that for a long time, the highest region for NDC vote has always been Ashanti region, the whole country.
And that's why many
You know
said.
that?
That's why many
You
said
believe that?
we've done the analysis.
Don't
so
generalize and say.
see,
Do you believe that
Doc.
that the NDC's highest vote is always in Ashanti region?
Doc, the NDC's highest votes.
Omaru, Sanda.
You see,
Omaru,
Doc,
Sanda.
my question to you
You brought
is-
something that I'm asking the question.
You see,
You
I
said
don't-
you do the data. You
see-
just told people that you do the data.
I am
you do
saying
the
to you
analysis.
that, Doc.
I'm saying that
The reason-
NDC's highest, single highest regional vote. If it's NDC says they have a World Bank, right? The vote of the NDC World Bank is in Ashanti.
No problem. The reason I asked the question I asked was, you see, when you were nominated, people say, oh, you're from Menshia. It's very significant, and I'm using Menshia importantly here. They even said your lineage to Nana
I
Prempeh.
never heard all that.
Okay, maybe if it's not true, then that's fine. But that's what I heard. And they said
My
that-
lineage is true.
Yes,
But
so-
these arguments you are making, if
Yes.
a fringe makes an argument, it doesn't mean it's a general.
So they say you're going to
They
harvest
say
the
who?
votes.
Give me one name.
A lot of the party
No,
supporters
not that-
said
it's not true.
the reason they chose you.
The party supporters or Baumia didn't choose me because I was Ashanti. Have you asked Dr. Baumia?
No, I haven't.
So how do you then go to somebody who has the exclusive reason for choosing their candidate and then say that some people you met at the roadside are saying they chose NAPO because of Ashanti? That is, again, tribalizing elections in this country.
Thank you for speaking to us.
Thank you.
That's Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. Well, he's the outgoing member of Parliament for Menshia South. In the next